Hi, this is Eric Swanson with DuraBurb here in Orange County, Central Florida, and we're at the DuraBurb Service Center right now. This is a 2005 Suburban that we're wrapping up as we're doing our EFI Live programming in it. It's powered by an 07 LBZ motor, completely factory, as with all DuraBurb SUVs. Actually, we invited you to come into the shop today to take a look at a vehicle that's in the service center. This is a classic buyer beware. This is a 2001 Chevrolet Suburban that the client commissioned for us. This is actually for Texas exclusive. They handle DuraBurb SUVs for the West Coast. And this is a vehicle that he had picked up that is actually already powered by a Duramax. Unfortunately, it's in really, really bad shape. And that's what we wanted to share with you today, is that there's a reason why more people come to DuraBurb than to anyone else for Duramax SUVs in the country. It's because our work is superior. Well, taking a look around this vehicle, you'll notice that the individual that put this together didn't know how to hook the rear AC up, so they tied in a rubber hose on the high side line with some hose clamps and a bolt. Obviously that's not acceptable, so naturally the suction line was not hooked up either. That kind of workmanship is just unexcusable. When we take a look at the front end of the vehicle, it has no radiator shroud and no fan. The reason for that is because actually they have the wrong radiator in here. They got an LBZ radiator, and with this tie bar, it places everything too far forward, so they would never be able to run a fan and a fan shroud. Notice over here the TCM is actually just strapped to the radiator itself. Again, completely unacceptable. A few of the other things that we found in the teardown of this vehicle was the fact that the boost pipe was jammed up against itself, so it was actually kinked and restricting a portion of the airflow. Another problem we found is, as we go walking around this, is the fact that, well, the radiator is too tall in this application, so you'll notice it's actually sitting on the right front and left front brake lines. The brake lines will eventually get worn to the point where they are pierced and will leak. A huge safety hazard. Another thing that we found looking around this vehicle was in the fuse box. Again, this is an 0102 fuse box, so it's not compatible to this engine. What we're finding when we go through here is things like butt connectors that are not sealed. You should never use a butt connector in an engine compartment. You always want to use a crimp with heat shrink, connectors they're not plugged into anything, they're just laying here. This is what they did for high-speed LAN bus. This needs to be a twisted pair in order to keep noise out, but they just ran two wires into the C100 connector here, and then well, this is how they penetrated the firewall with their extra wiring. Just completely unacceptable workmanship. You will never see anything like this from the DuraBurb company. Other things that we found in looking around this vehicle was going inside. The 2001 or 2002 architecture uses a different 4x4 control module. The transfer case control module has a single connector and a power connector. The newer style have two and a power connector. So what this individual did was they came in and they hacked away at this until they got enough wires in this thing to get it to function. The 4x4 did work, but it had a continuous brake light and ABS light because, of course, they're using the wrong electronic brake control module. So again, it's just unacceptable. No tap shift. You see vehicles that are built and on eBay, and people claim that they're so wonderful. Ask them, does tap shift work? Does tow haul mode work? Do all the user functions operate properly? Do the dual fuel tanks work correctly? In this particular case, what the individual did was he tied into the 3/8 fuel line off of the fuel pickup in the fuel tank that came with the gas truck. So when you take off with the truck, it's trying to suck through that fuel pump, and it would accelerate to about 30 miles an hour and then fall on itself because it couldn't draw any more fuel in. We're not going to mention who is responsible for this, but we are going to warn you that if you're looking for a Duramax SUV, Again, buyer beware. If it's not a DuraBurb Duramax SUV, you don't know what it is. This is Eric with DuraBurb. Thanks for taking time to watch our video.